Hey, love.
Hey, sleepyhead, how's it going?
How's it going, boo?
Not much. But I have my sister and her boyfriend coming through for dinner later. What have you got to cook?
Ish, it's good January, babe, but let me go have a look in the fridge. And I'll let you know. But I'll make a plan, boo. Don't worry, I'll make a plan. Do I have any cash on me? I think we've all sort of like been in this sort of dilemma. It's kid January, little sense left in your bank account. Bills are piling up. I've got family coming over for dinner. So I'm going to show you how to do a kick-ass 3-course meal on a budget for 500 Rand. Let's just hope there's no direct debits going out. So tag along. Let's hit the shop. Alright, so welcome to my kitchen. I'm just going to run through what we're going to be cooking today. So for starter, we're going to do a hake fillet crusted with some cassava, some roasted nuts, a little bit of spinach and cherry tomatoes. For main course, we're going to do a simple pasta arrabbiata, penne arrabbiata, loads of garlic, chili, nice fresh basil in there, and for dessert, we're going to do a coconut panna cotta. Okay, so this is what we got here. We got some onions that I'm going to use for the pasta arrabbiata, some carrots that I'm going to finely grate, some chili, which is obviously going to come in handy for the arrabbiata, fresh basil, and some nuts that we're going to roast for the starter. And over here we've got our cherry tomatoes that we're going to use for the starter, which I'm just going to slowly kind of like lightly saute with some nice seasoning. Mushrooms that we're going to add to the pasta arrabbiata. And then right here we've got some dried cassava. Then I'm just going to finely grate, season the hake, and then crust the hake with the cassava. Okay, so we got our olive oil. Obviously can't do anything without olive oil. It's going to be for our pasta. Penne pasta. Chopped tomatoes that we're going to use for the Napolitano. Some tomato paste. Okay, then for dessert we've got our coconut milk. A little bit of gelatine that we're going to use. And just a little bit of castor sugar to sweeten that up a little bit. Okay, and then for starter, here we've got our hake fillets, which I'm just going to nicely season, salt, pepper, keep it simple, a little bit of lemon zest in there, and we're going to crust that with the cassava. Okay, so we're going to start off with our coconut panna cotta. Okay. So I've got 2 tins of coconut milk. So we're just going to put those in a pot, medium-sized pot. That should be more than 2 tins, 2 cans should be more than sufficient for 4 people. Okay, I'm just going to chuck that in there. Okay, castor sugar. We're going to do 4 tablespoons. Should be more than enough. 4 tablespoons of castor sugar. And then I'm just going to bring that to the boil. So while we're waiting for that to come to the boil, then now I'm going to start on my Napolitano sauce for the pasta arrabbiata. Okay, be more than enough. Just going to finally chop that. 2 red chilies. Should be more than enough to give us a nice kick. Chop those, roughly chop those. Okay, and then we're just going to need 1 carrot. We're just going to grate. Okay, then next onto my mushrooms. So that's just going to give our arrabbiata some nice body, a little bit of vegetables in there, carrots, some onions, the chili, and we're just going to add, obviously we're going to add the fresh basil at the end. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start off with our sauce now, Napolitana sauce. Okay, let's get our olive oil. Got some garlic, so we're just going to put 2 tablespoons of garlic in there. Go. Then we're going to put our onions in there. So what we want to do is just cook out the onions nicely, just to get a nice, kind of like a nice color out of them. Add the chili as well. Okay, and then we're just going to add the mushrooms a little bit later, but we also want the carrots to cook out nicely, so cook out nice and slowly with the chili, and then we add the mushrooms later. We're going to go back to our panna cottas. Coconut milk has come to the boil. Just going to taste that to see if it's nice and sweet. Okay, that's fine. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add 4 teaspoons of gelatin powder. So that should be more than sufficient for it to set. Off the heat, so you're just giving that a stir while it's off the heat. So that's done. It's come off the stove. Just going to grab my, there's going to be 4 of us, so that should be enough to fill up these. I'm just going to pour these into the wine glasses, and it's as simple as that. Leave that in the fridge and let it set. Yeah. Our panna cottas are done. Just going to put those in the fridge. So just leave it in the fridge for about a good 2 hours and we're good to go. Okay. Okay, so I think now we're now ready to add our mushrooms. So we're just going to chuck those in there. Give that a bit of a stir. We just need to be a little bit patient with this. Obviously, you know. Okay, so now we're going to jump onto our hake. So there we go. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, black pepper. The lemon zest. Okay, lemon zest done. And what we're going to do now is, so we got our cassava here, which I'm actually, so we're going to coat the hake fillets in this dried cassava. So I'm just going to grate this. So at least it's going to give us a nice little crust. Okay, so when our grated cassava is done, just going to go back to our arrabbiata. Okay, let that simmer for about 20 minutes. And back onto our hake, just a little bit of olive oil. And then we're just going to coat the hake in the dried cassava. It's just going to give it a nice little crust. Okay, so what we're going to do now is that, okay, we're obviously running out of time, so we're going to have to kill 2 birds with one stone. So I'm going to get my pan on, sorted the hake, and we're going to get our water on for the pasta. Okay, so we're going to get our nuts in the oven. We just want to, this is going to be for the hake starter, so we're just going to slightly roast them a little bit. A bit of salt on there and just a bit of oil on there. Okay, so we're just going to chuck these in the oven, and a little bit of salt on there, a little bit of olive oil. Nice high temperatures to get them nice and toasted. So those in there. Okay, so our nuts are in there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is let's start on our hake. So we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil. So our pan's nice and hot. We're just going to sear it. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to put our hakers going. So we're going to get the spinach on. So what we're going to do with the hake is that we're going to serve the hake with a little bit of sauteed spinach, cherry tomatoes, done with a little bit of garlic and pepper, keeping it nice and simple. We'll put a little bit of olive oil in there. Garlic. Okay, then we're just going to roughly chop our spinach. Bang that in there. Okay. Season that, and then we're just going to let it sweat. Season it. Okay, a little bit of black pepper in there. Okay, and then we're going to grab our cherry tomatoes. We're just going to... Okay, so that's going to be for our starter, the spinach and the hake. And then just let that sweat. Let that cook out and sweat a bit. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of salt to our water for the pasta. Nice crust on there. Okay, check on our nuts. Just a few more minutes. Our nuts are almost done. We just need a few more minutes longer. Okay, we're looking good. Our starter's done. Letting that sweat. Okay, our pasta sauce is almost done. We're just going to add some fresh basil to that. So what you need to do with when you're chopping basil, you don't want it to bruise or anything. Pick it up like that. Fold it over. Just do a nice slow motion without bruising the basil. We're going to chuck our basil in. Sauce is good to go. Our water's more than enough. Just chicken on this. Oh, I'm gonna get these. Got our nuts are nicely toasted. Okay, nicely toasted there. Okay, so we're looking good now. Nuts are done. Pasta's done, sauce is done, fish for the starters, and the spinach is done. Oh shoot, drinks. So what we're going to do is for the cocktail, so I'm just going to do Gordon's gin. We've got some passion fruit syrup here, cucumber, lemon, a few strawberries. So we're just going to do a nice kick-ass G&T, yeah? Okay, we're just going to slice a couple of cucumbers. One strawberry, slice of lemon, put our lemons in there, cucumber, strawberry, and we're just going to add one touch, chuck some fresh chili there, and we're just going to boom, chop that in half. We're going to put some gin, about a double shot of gin, dash of passion fruit, and last thing, tonic water. Give that a stir. Quite nice actually. It's quite nice, very nice actually. So why don't you guys try this at home? Try making this at home. I'm gonna get changed before my guests get here. Okay, so my guests are here. Food's done, looking great. So we're just gonna basically plate up the stuff, and yeah, we've been through the process together. I am actually so proud of it. It looks awesome. Yeah, so let's plate up and I hope everyone enjoys it. This is our starter that we prepped together. So we got our spinach with the garlic and cherry tomatoes, and our hake that we crusted with the cassava. And it looks so great. A little bit of hake. Roasted nuts. I'm just gonna garnish with there. Just give it a nice little texture. So we got our main course here, our pasta arrabbiata. Which has got some nice mushrooms in there, loads of garlic, grated carrots, a little bit of chili, and the Napolitana sauce. And we've also got some buffalo mozzarella here and some basil. Please guys, tuck in, bon appetit.
Is this the dessert?
So we got our coconut panna cotta. So we're just going to put 2 strawberries in there. And our passion fruit syrup.
grand budget in January.
Cheers.
Get to
January,
guys.
Yeah.